Welcome to a comprehensive overview of India's National Education Policy 2020. This landmark policy, introduced by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, marks a transformative shift in the country's approach to education. With a vision to make India a global knowledge superpower, NEP 2020 aims to provide universal access to high-quality education, foster holistic development, and prepare the youth for the rapidly evolving demands of the 21st century. In this video, we'll break down the key components, guiding principles, and innovative reforms that define this new era in Indian education. Let's begin our journey into the future of learning. The National Education Policy 2020 is India's first education policy of the 21st century. It addresses the developmental needs of the nation by revamping every aspect of the education structure, including regulation and governance. The policy is rooted in Indian ethos and aspires to create an equitable, vibrant knowledge society. It emphasizes universal access, quality, equity, and integrity from early childhood care to higher education. The NEP 2020 is designed to be flexible, multidisciplinary, and holistic, ensuring that every learner's unique potential is recognized and nurtured. At the heart of NEP 2020 is a vision to transform India into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society. The policy aims to instill a deep sense of respect for constitutional values, national pride, and global citizenship among learners. It seeks to develop knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions that support responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development, and global well-being. The mission is to create a system that enables every individual to reach their full potential, regardless of social or economic background. The NEP 2020 is guided by several fundamental principles. These include recognizing the unique capabilities of each student, prioritizing foundational literacy and numeracy, promoting flexibility in learning, and eliminating rigid separations between disciplines. The policy emphasizes conceptual understanding, creativity, critical thinking, ethics, multilingualism, and life skills. It also advocates for regular formative assessment, extensive use of technology, respect for diversity, and full equity and inclusion in all educational decisions. One of the most significant reforms is the restructuring of the school system from the traditional 10+2 model to a new 5+3+3+4 design. This covers ages 3 to 18 and includes the foundational, preparatory, middle, and secondary stages. The new structure integrates early childhood care and education, ensuring a strong foundation for lifelong learning. This approach is tailored to the cognitive development of children at different ages, making education more relevant and effective. Early childhood care and education, ECC, is recognized as the foundation of learning. Over 85% of a child's brain development occurs before age 6, making quality ECCE crucial. The policy aims for universal access to high-quality ECCE by 2030, delivered through Anganwadis, preschools, and preparatory classes. The curriculum is play-based, activity-driven, and focuses on holistic development: physical, cognitive, social, and ethical. Special attention is given to disadvantaged groups to ensure equity from the very start. Attaining foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3 is the highest priority of NEP 2020. The ability to read, write, and perform basic arithmetic is seen as the gateway to all future learning. A national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy will be established, with clear targets for universal achievement by 2025. Teacher recruitment, training, and curriculum redesign will support this mission, ensuring every child is equipped with essential skills for lifelong success. Ensuring universal access to education and curtailing dropout rates are central goals. Despite high enrollment in elementary grades, dropout rates increase in higher grades, especially among disadvantaged groups. The policy calls for improved infrastructure, tracking of student participation, and support systems like counselors and social workers. Open and distance learning (ODL) and flexible pathways will help bring out-of-school children back into the system, aiming for a 100% gross enrollment ratio from preschool to secondary by 2030. NEP 2020 reimagines curriculum and pedagogy to be holistic, integrated, enjoyable, and engaging. The focus shifts from rote memorization to real understanding and learning how to learn. Curriculum content is reduced to core essentials, making space for critical thinking, inquiry, creativity, and problem-solving. Experiential learning, arts integration, and sports are embedded across subjects, ensuring well-rounded development and preparing students for the challenges of the future. Students will enjoy increased flexibility and choice in their studies, especially at the secondary level. There will be no hard separation between arts, sciences, vocational, or academic streams. Subjects like physical education, arts, crafts, and vocational skills will be integrated throughout the curriculum. This flexibility allows students to design their own learning paths, discover their interests, and prepare for diverse career opportunities. Recognizing the cognitive benefits of multilingualism, NEP 2020 promotes teaching in the home language or mother tongue until at least grade 5, preferably grade 8. The three-language formula is retained with greater flexibility, ensuring at least 2 Indian languages are learned. High-quality bilingual textbooks and language teachers will be developed, and students will participate in projects celebrating India's linguistic diversity, fostering unity and cultural pride. The curriculum will ensure all students acquire essential skills for the 21st century. These include scientific temper, creativity, communication, health and wellness, teamwork, problem-solving, digital literacy, coding, ethical reasoning, and environmental awareness. Contemporary subjects like artificial intelligence, design thinking, and global citizenship education will be introduced at relevant stages, preparing students for a rapidly changing world. Vocational education will be integrated into mainstream education from an early age. By 2025, at least 50% of learners will have exposure to vocational skills. Students in grades 6-8 will participate in hands-on courses and internships with local experts, fostering dignity of labor and practical skills. This approach bridges the gap between academic and vocational streams, enhancing employability and real-world readiness. All curriculum and pedagogy will be strongly rooted in Indian and local contexts. Stories, arts, games, and examples will reflect India's diverse culture, traditions, and knowledge systems. Students will learn about ancient and modern Indian contributions to science, arts, and society, fostering national pride and a sense of belonging while remaining open to global perspectives. Assessment will shift from rote memorization to regular, formative, and competency-based evaluation. Progress cards will become holistic, multidimensional reports reflecting cognitive, affective, and psychomotor development. Board exams will be reformed to reduce pressure, offer flexibility, and test core competencies. The National Assessment Center (PARAKH) will set standards and guidelines, ensuring assessments promote learning and development. NEP 2020 recognizes the unique talents and needs of every student. Teachers will be trained to identify and nurture gifted students, while support systems will be strengthened for children with disabilities. Inclusive education, assistive technologies, and tailored resources will ensure that all learners, regardless of ability, can thrive and reach their full potential. Teachers are at the heart of educational reform. NEP 2020 aims to restore the high status of the teaching profession by ensuring merit-based recruitment, continuous professional development, and improved service conditions. Teachers will have greater autonomy in pedagogy, be recognized for innovation, and receive career progression based on performance. Special scholarships and incentives will attract the best talent, especially in rural and disadvantaged areas. Achieving social justice and equality through education is a core goal. The policy targets bridging gaps for socioeconomically disadvantaged groups, including girls, minorities, and children with disabilities. Special funds, scholarships, and targeted interventions will ensure that every child, regardless of background, has access to quality education and the support needed to succeed. To address challenges of small and isolated schools, NEP 2020 introduces school complexes or clusters. These groupings enable resource sharing, vibrant teacher communities, and improved governance. School complexes will have autonomy to innovate, share best practices, and ensure every child has access to a full range of subjects and support services, regardless of location. A new regulatory framework will ensure continuous improvement in educational outcomes. The State School Standards Authority, SSSA, will set minimal quality standards for all schools, public and private. Transparent self-disclosure, regular assessment, and accreditation will drive accountability and empower schools to innovate while maintaining integrity and quality. NEP 2020 envisions a complete overhaul of higher education. The focus is on creating large, multidisciplinary universities and colleges, ending fragmentation, and promoting holistic, flexible learning. The policy encourages autonomy, research, and innovation, with a goal to increase the gross enrollment ratio to 50% by 2035. Both public and private institutions will play key roles in this transformation. Higher education will move towards holistic and multidisciplinary learning, integrating arts, sciences, vocational, and professional subjects. Flexible curricula, multiple entry and exit points, and credit-based systems will allow students to tailor their education. Model universities, called MERUs, will set global standards, and research will be at the core of academic excellence. Creating engaging and supportive learning environments is essential. Institutions will have autonomy to innovate in curriculum and pedagogy, with a focus on student wellness, support centers, and vibrant campus life. Online and distance learning will be expanded, ensuring quality and access for all, including international students. Financial support and scholarships will be available to promote equity. Faculty quality is central to higher education success. NEP 2020 ensures faculty have autonomy in teaching and research, access to professional development, and clear career progression based on performance. Recruitment will be transparent and merit-based, with incentives for excellence and leadership. Outstanding faculty will be identified and trained for institutional leadership roles. Equitable access to quality higher education is a top priority. The policy mandates targeted scholarships, outreach, inclusive admissions, and support for socioeconomically disadvantaged groups. Institutions will offer courses in Indian languages, provide bridge courses, and ensure all facilities are accessible to students with disabilities. The goal is to eliminate barriers and foster diversity in higher education. Teacher education will be revitalized through multidisciplinary, integrated programs. By 2030, the minimum qualification for teaching will be a 4-year integrated BEd degree. Teacher preparation will include grounding in Indian values, knowledge, and the latest pedagogy. Continuous professional development and mentoring will ensure teachers remain effective and inspired throughout their careers. Preserving and promoting India's rich linguistic and cultural heritage is a key focus. The policy supports teaching in Indian languages, development of high-quality materials, and establishment of academies for language preservation. Arts, music, literature, and traditional knowledge will be integrated into education, fostering cultural pride and creativity among students. Technology will play a transformative role in teaching, learning, and administration. The National Educational Technology Forum, NETF, will guide the use of technology, ensuring evidence-based interventions. Digital platforms, e-content, virtual labs, and AI-driven tools will enhance access, personalize learning, and prepare students for the digital future. Special attention will be given to bridging the digital divide. Online and digital education will be expanded to ensure continuity and equity, especially during disruptions like pandemics. Investments in digital infrastructure, content creation, and teacher training will support this shift. The policy emphasizes the need to address the digital divide, ensure accessibility, and blend online learning with experiential, activity-based approaches for holistic development. The successful implementation of NEP 2020 will require coordinated efforts at all levels. Strengthening advisory boards, ensuring adequate financing, and fostering partnerships between government, private sector, and communities are essential. Continuous monitoring, research, and feedback will guide improvements, ensuring the vision of an equitable, high-quality education system for all becomes a reality.